right, guys, we are in Teide, which is the volcano. We're gonna go up on the cable car. So last time we were here and we were visiting, we didn't get to go up this because it was too windy, which was really unfortunate. But this will be cool because we're gonna get able to go up in the cable car. So let's go. Once you arrive at El Teide, you'll park the car. There's tons of parking on site, or if you're going with the tour, they'll drop you off and then you'll go up into the entrance. They'll scan your QR code on the ticket and then they'll let you in to prepare to get ready for the cable car. The capacity of the cable car holds about 44 passengers and it takes around 8 minutes to get to Mount Teide. As you arrive at the entrance of Mount Teide, you'll be welcomed by these extraordinary views. So make sure you take this in, bring a camera or a phone, and make sure to take all your pictures and videos while you're there. Prices for Mount Teide cable car are as follows. If you're an adult resident, it's €10.25. Adult non-resident is €41. Child resident, €5.13. Child non-resident, €20.50. You can book your tickets online and it's pretty straightforward to reserve the cable car. Once you get off the cable car, you will notice that it's much colder at Mount Teide than below at the entrance of the cable car. This is due to the high elevation, as Mount Teide is the third highest and most voluminous volcanic structure in the world. This is after Mauna Loa and Mauna Kea in Hawaii. Mount Teide is also the highest peak on the Canary Islands and in the whole of Spain. I will get into how to prepare for the coldness at Mount Teide in a little bit, so stay tuned for that. But the exact elevation for Mount Teide, if you're curious, is 3,715 meters. So very, 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 very high up. Additionally, once you get off the cable car, you'll notice there's signs for different types of hikes that you could do on site. They will tell you the distance and the time, so be sure to take your pick. We're actually about to go on a hike ourselves, so I hope you have your walking shoes on. We're going to hike to a mirador, which means lookout point in English. And a lot of the hikes at Mount Teide, they lead to miradores, so it's super cool. Just take your pick, whichever one you want to do. As they tell you the distance and the time, you can take whatever you're comfortable with. And then you can also hike the volcano itself, but you do need a permit, so make sure you do that if you're interested in hiking up Mount Teide. To go down Mount Teide, you do not need a permit, only to go up it. The views get crazier and crazier. Chilling next to a volcano, no big deal. So yeah, to come up here, I would recommend to definitely bring long pants, a nice warm jacket, comfortable walking shoes, and if possible, some water and SPF because it's significantly sunnier up here. Where's the sun? There it is. And yeah, want to be prepared. You actually have to bring it up here anyways, like it says it on the ticket. So come prepared, guys. Super dope. Definitely have to come here if you come to Tenerife. Tenerife and all of the Canary Islands were formed through a volcanic eruption many, many years ago, so it's super symbolic to go to Mount Teide, and it's a must-do if you visit Tenerife, Spain. It's so beautiful, and it's absolutely incredible to just look at it. Honestly, it's like, wow, how did that even happen? And now there's all of these islands that formed through this volcanic eruption. Like, it's absolutely wild when you start to think about it. I don't know if it's just me or it's pretty cray-cray. you guys behind me so you can see. But yeah, this is kind of like the final point of this hike. We have a 360 view. So now let's go back and see. The guy who works here at the Teide actually just told us the last cable car is leaving in about 20-25 minutes. So we gotta go back because it takes about 10-15 minutes from here to walk back to the cable car. So that's exactly what we're doing, because if not, then you have to walk back. It's definitely not a bad option, but I'm not prepared for that. So we're just gonna catch the cable car to go back. But if you want to take the hike back when you come, that's definitely an option. So I think I just heard the security guards say it takes about 5 hours to walk down from here. So in case you ever want to do that, if you come up with this cable car, it takes about 5 hours to hike down. Definitely not prepared for that distance, so we are taking the cable car. Current views, volcano. Check out these views though, super sick. Once you arrive back at the main entrance, you'll have access to the volcanic exhibition. This gives you a lot more information on how these volcanic eruptions were formed and all the history on that. So if you're interested, definitely pass by through there. You also have panoramic views of the rest of the national park of Teide. So as I noted earlier in my video, you have Mount and Volcano Teide, which you go up to in the cable car to see. And then you also have Parque Nacional de Teide, which is the national park of Teide. It's just below Mount Teide. So that was super duper fun. We are now on our way back to the car. That was insanely beautiful. Still got some crazy views to enjoy on the walk back. You guys should definitely come here if you come to Tenerife. You should definitely come to Tenerife in general if you're looking for a nice holiday destination. I mean, what's not to like? Views for days. And guess what, travelers? I have even more tricks up my sleeve. So if you thought this was super beautiful, I can't wait to show you where we're going next. Make sure you stay tuned for my next video. And before we part ways, I do just want to share a recap of everything I've shared in this video so you can have the best experience possible when you visit Mount Teide yourself. So remember, you want to get your tickets in advance and you want to purchase them online. Residents get a discount, non-residents don't get a discount. You'll be able to select a timetable when you reserve your tickets. Remember to try to show up at least 10 to 15 minutes before your ticket time to prevent being late. Next, you want to be prepared when you go up to Teide, so remember to bring long pants, comfortable walking shoes, a warm jacket, SPF, and water. There are multiple hikes once you get off the cable car telling you the time and the distance it takes to complete. Make sure you take your pick of the one that you prefer. Lastly, you need a permit to hike up Mount Teide, but you do not need a permit to hike down Mount Teide. And finally, the last cable car is around 6:30 p.m. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped you plan your Teide trip, and make sure you stay tuned for my next video because I absolutely can't wait to show you where we are going next.